So what is the most critical step in building an exponential enterprise? It's culture. If not one of the most important, but probably the most important. In this video, you'll discover how to establish your company's culture, how to build that out. Hey, John Harris here, and this is the Exponential Entrepreneurs Academy, coming to you live from our digital studio. Look, in a fast-scaling organization, culture, along with your MTP and your social technologies, is the glue that's going to bind things together. That's going to keep your team members together when you get this massive growth. Okay, so it causes a lot of disruption, and you're going to need things to keep people together under stress. You'll see that sports teams, when they come into particular coaches, especially coaches that are excellent coaches, they build a culture, they build a winning culture. And that is where those players will work extra hard for each other. It's not a matter of just having prima donnas, it's how hard everybody works for each other. That's what the power of a team is. So let's just go through a little bit of detail here as to what this involves. Look, business culture is particularly difficult, and it's a crucial step, but it's not easy to do. I must tell you that a lot of companies struggle with this. Hotelier Chip Conley, he says culture is what happens when the boss is away. So what do people do when they're not being policed? Culture, is a company's greatest intangible asset. It's one of those soft skills, those soft intangible assets. And if you look at, Zappos, they got a $1 billion valuation, and to no small part due to their culture. Culture beats strategy every time. So people will make things happen if they work with a winning team. And even when things go bad, they have that confidence to know that they can pull things through, they can turn things around. Here's the thing, companies' culture starts with learning how to effectively track and manage and reward performance. I'm just going to go through my notes carefully so I don't miss anything for you here. So how to effectively track, manage, and reward performance. There needs to be a reward performance attached to certain activities that enhance the team effort and the direction of the company, that those objectives are being met, and that the results show you, those measurements show you how they are being met. And that starts with the OKR, okay, your objective key results. So it's very important to have those systems in place, and you need to make sure that they understand what's involved there, your team. Then you go through the process of getting the team habituated. They must show transparency, be honest and be transparent. If mistakes are made, that's fine. You'll see in top professional football teams, gridiron teams, you'll see that when people make a mistake, the rest of the team doesn't go up to them and give them a hard time. What they normally would do, if they're professional, is pat them on the back and say, better luck next time. A professional player, a professional team member of a company understands when they've dropped the ball, when they've made a mistake. They need to be transparent about it and take ownership of it. They don't need other people to put them down. Then you need to look at accountability, and you need to have execution and high performance. These are things that need to be done in training, in skills development, and within the culture and the understanding of the individual, the team player within that culture. They need to be pushing for high accountability and high performance. Okay, so lastly, I just want to mention, then it moves on to really how hard are your team members working for each other. For those who didn't understand rugby, it's about how much turf other players can carry, not the one with the ball, others can continue to run, to get into positions, to be available to receive the ball. How is your team performing when it's in getting in position to receive information, to act on that information? This is the key elements of being competitive. Look, as usual, you can like us on the Facebook, you follow, subscribe, and you can click on a link on there and get more information. Click on the link to see when our next events are coming up with the Exponential Masterminds. And it's very important that you think about the next step that your business is going to take. Some of the key questions you need to be asking yourself on a regular basis. You need to understand yourself. What is it that you should be thinking about continuously? What should you be thinking about that you can get done? And you need to think about certain things all the time. That there are 8 questions, and this will be coming up. I'll answer these in the next episode. We will go through 8 questions that you need to be continually asking yourself in order to improve the direction and the power of your business and your team and make sure they're going in the right direction. And as usual, we will see you in the next episode.